Hello and welcome. So you want to create a toggle for a VRChat avatar in Unity for 3.0. It's actually fairly simple and almost couldn't be more straightforward. So let's say these glasses that I currently have on my avatar right here. We want to be able to create a toggle so in-game we can remove them or put them back on with just a simple button click. So the first thing you would do is find where they are or where you've put them, which hopefully you should know. So for me it's armature, hips, spine, chest, neck, head, and then we find the glasses right here. It's important that we know where they are. And then what you want to do is click on your avatar, find your FX, and if you don't know where it is in your project folder, you can simply just click on here and it will highlight for you. You want to make sure that you know which one it is. I have a copy duplicate. And then simply yours might say none here. So then you just want to find where you found it, drag it into your controller up here. And then now what's happened is all the animations that are on your avatar now show up in the little animation tab. Wherever yours may be up here. Your layout would most likely be completely different to mine, but you want to make sure that you are in the animation tab for this part. So you click the little drop down here and create a new clip. And you probably want to put the new animation clip in a relevant folder where you know where you're going to find it. So for me, it's Atom, Animations, and Toggles. And, nope, it's something pretty obvious. So you know what it is. So I'm going to name it Glasses On. This will be the turned on version of the animation. So to do this, what we want to do, really good practice to do here just in case, is with your avatar here, click on him or her, Control D to create a duplicate copy and just hide that. That's going to be there as a backup in case we do something with the avatar and then once we unpreview, say like the arm is messed up or something. Okay, so now that we're back on our main avatar with the FX in it, we're still on the glasses on empty animation, hit preview and hit this little red record button here. Now anything that you change or do will go down into this little section here. So for example, if I say you accidentally uncheck dynamic bones, that's going to show up in the animation and that part of the dynamic bones will be in whatever state it is down here. But a simple way to just fix that is to, there we go, just remove it. So find the glasses or whatever it is you're toggling, and this is the on animation, so turn it off and then back on. And then hit record and preview. And now we have this little thing here, this little dot here. You can just leave it this way, or you can click on the dot, Control C, Control V, so you have a one frame animation. Generally, you're pretty good to leave it just on its own there. Right, now do the exact same thing to create the off one. Glasses off, preview, record, and now we're just going to want it to be off. Then record, preview, and now we have our two animations. Our on version, where the glasses are on, and our off version, where the glasses are off. That's all you'll need for a simple on and off toggle. Now what you want to do next is click on your avatar and find your parameter menu. Typically down here, it could be named anything. Mine is named para. Select it here. Find its highlight. And then add. When you add, it's going to copy and duplicate whatever was here last, which is no problem. You want it to be a bool, default off and saved on, and name it something relevant and obvious. I will name mine glasses. Now you want to find the menu, so avatar, menu, click the highlight, and your avatar may have submenus like mine does. So say yours has an accessories tab, it would make sense to put it inside of there. So click here, and if it is a submenu, you will see here that is a submenu. So you'll want to find the submenu, so you can click on it, find where the highlighted one is, and there's all of my animations inside of that menu. Add a control, name it something obvious, glasses, change it from a button to a toggle, and under parameter here, just find the bool that you just created. It's typically the very last one. Now, we want to go into our FX. So instead of being on the animation, we want to be inside of the animator. So once you're in the animator, you will see all this stuff that is already on your avatar. We're not worrying about that. We want to go from layers and click on parameters. Scroll down, it might be a little easier. Hit this little plus icon here. And now you remember the parameter we created was a bool, not anything else. So make sure it's a bool. And then rename it exactly how you named it in the parameter. So mine is glasses, but with a capital G. Yes, the capitals do matter. If you're ever in doubt, just have another look. You can even control copy to make sure it's exactly how you put it. Control paste. There we go. See, it's exactly the same. Now head back into layers, and in the same spot where you hit the plus icon before, hit it here, and a new layer will be created. You don't have to move the exit, but I just do to keep my things in here all organized looking. Press on the layer, rename it. It doesn't matter what you name this, but you obviously want it to be something obvious. Hit the little cogwheel here, make absolutely sure that the weight is on 1, or else the animation will not work. It will not do anything in the avatar when you select it on and off in game. And now, simply just find. Do you remember where you saved your animations before? Mine was in Atom. Mine was in Animations and Toggles. There they are. Glasses on and off. Now, whatever you want your default reset to be. So say I wanted the glasses to be turned off by default when I reset my avatar. I will drag in the off animation first and then the on one. So the entry is going into the off animation, which is the first one that would be played. If you wanted it the other way around and you wanted the glasses or whatever it is you have to be turned on by default, and you put in the wrong one first, don't panic, simply just right click and set as layer default state. And there you go. Yes, this will be done with right defaults turned on. I know that's not correct. For those of you that know stuff about avatar creations, I just haven't transferred this avatar with right defaults off yet. Probably about 80% of the time your avatar will have right defaults on anyway. Right, so you want to right click on one of your animations, make a transition into the other one, and then back, and then hit the little arrows that are connecting. Hit one of those, drop down settings, and I typically change transition duration to 0 seconds and exit time also to 0, and then turn these off. This just means that when you turn the animation on, it will be instant and won't take 0.75 of a second for it to take effect in game. It will be as soon as you press the button. Now you want to hit the little plus down here in conditions, change gesture left to the bool parameter that you created, so mine is glasses. And when it's going from off onto on, or the other way around, so you had on first and it was going to off, you want the first one to be true, and then the second one to be false. So we're done. But you don't know if what you did works. Well then, hit play. It's usually middle top in Unity. That will take you over to the game tab, so don't freak out if your camera changes position. This usually takes a hot second for it to get going. There we are. You want to go back onto your scene. Don't worry that your avatar is all crouched up like this. It is completely fine. And when we hit on our atom, you can see that the glasses off animation is the one that is playing first, which means his glasses are not on, they are off. So head over to your parameters. If you try and toggle anything in here, it won't work. So what you want to do is be inside the FX, go into your parameters, and test the toggle here by turning it on, and then turning it off again. There you go. Actually, I think I might have done a small mistake. Yep, there we go. So there's a good example of what I mean by the animation will take like 0.25 or 0.75 of a second. So when I click it to turn it on, it's instant, but when I turn it off, it takes almost a full second to turn off. That's why I change these as such. Glasses on, instant, glasses off, instant. Get out of play mode. And you have just created a really simple off and on toggle for your avatar.